The flight line at any time, and mini static display aircraft. So do not touch as we see the going Stearmans of the Flying Circus take off. They're going to be going to the perch, and they will be preparing for what will be our opening ceremonies here at about 12 noon here this afternoon. We do have a great air show lined up for you this year, full of warbirds, full of jets, aerobatic performers, and even a demonstration by the planet's only civilian-owned Harrier. Art Null's at the controls, and he will help close our program at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So you're in for at full freefall speeds in excess of 120 miles an hour. Jim Wine, at a predetermined altitude, will pull on a D-ring located on his left chest to deploy the high-flying canopy of the Flying Circus parachute team. Jim is flying what is known as a ram air canopy. It has a forward speed of around 22 miles an hour. Wow. To turn left, he pulls down on the left steering line. To turn right, he pulls down on the right steering line. And as he nears the ground, he will pull on both steering lines simultaneously for the slowest and safest possible landing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would stand for the singing of our National Anthem by Kathy Turbelli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for Kathy Turbelli and Jim Wine for today's opening ceremonies. Work and the Flying Circus, one of just a handful of operations around the nation that perform in these vintage World War II biplanes. They're going to be coming into land here in just a couple of moments, and you can see them touch down from the right. They will be back later on in our air show program as we welcome members of the Flying Circus for a wing walking demonstration, taking you back to the 1920s, the 1930s, when these aircraft would barnstorm across the United States and perform aerial demonstrations, sometimes at county fairs, or they'll just show up to a town for a couple of days and sell rides. And I'll tell you what, there's opportunity to go fly in some of these aircraft here this weekend with Andrew King. We'll see him later on in the Airshow program in his 1928 Travel Air. He will be do so here at the 2019 Culpeper Air Fest. To our right, we see the formation of the PT-17 Stearmans of the Flying Circus, now in what is called echelon formation. They're going to approach the field and perform what is called an overhead brake. And this allows a mass formation of aircraft to quickly recover and get on the ground. It's a technique still used today by our modern military to quickly recover a flight off the runway. Let's watch as they pass show center, and momentarily our first lead will split off, followed by number 2, number 3, and finally number 4. These airplanes open cockpit biplanes. Some of the guys have scarves on board. That's because it's quite cold up there, but they'll be recovering back to the ground as the air show action continues. Now, this year, 2019, marks the 20th anniversary of the Culpeper Air Fest, and what we're going to be doing, as tradition, to signify its official opening here this afternoon, we are going to have a very special ceremonial ribbon cut. And what we're going to do today is do it in no ordinary fashion. Circling high above right now is a pilot named Clemens Cooling. We call him Chef Pitts, and he is in a very small and very red Pitts biplane circling high overhead. In a couple of moments, we're going to call him in for our ceremonial ribbon cut. But take a look to the right as these beautiful World War II trainers, the Stearman biplanes, recover and make their way back to the parking area. Now, these pilots will be unable to hear you over those engines, but they will be able to see you. So be sure to give them a big wave as they go by. As they do while flying close formation in the air, they will fly close formation on the ground as they taxi back in trail formation, as we are just a couple moments away from our opening ribbon cut. Now, if you take a look out to the runway right now, you will see a couple individuals out there. We'll tell you more about this here in just a couple of moments. A couple sprinkles right now. We like to call this a little bit of liquid sunshine. Nothing to be concerned about. Tracking the weather, nothing severe. So we'll be continuing with our flying display as scheduled.